Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I forgot, Dan. I didn't pull you down. Dan was like, hello, everybody. Well, y'all know who's on the channel today anyway. Mr. Daniel Gayton has blessed us with his presence, guys. So everybody show him some love.
If you don't know who's on the show today, go back and look at the thumbnail.
That'll tell you who's on the show. That part. That part.
Yep. Or that name, or the name, right?
So are you drinking coffee, sir?
Drinking, yeah. Trying to get up, trying to get myself motivated for the day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I
gosh.
was grinding till late last night, so getting motivated for the day. Been up, but can't get moving today. But we're gonna get moving right now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. When it's time, it's time,
right? Hey, so we've had so many updates since you last came on here. So I just wanted to get some of your thoughts on all the bullish stuff that's going on.
I've been kind of laying back, just paying attention, watching things unfold. Man, I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Voltichange with them updates that came out. The thing is really looking good. People are really starting to use it. People are really starting to integrate that widget. I don't know. Last time I checked, I think we were up to like 60, with the roadmap being like 100. You're gonna blow through 100. That ain't gonna be a problem. That's gonna be nothing. And then with Voltichange, man, they just keep that thing just looks good, feels good, rolls good. I've been really concentrating on this flex that's coming, what that's going to look like, how that's going to be utilized. So there's a lot going on in the Volt atmosphere. Sometimes too much to keep up with, but man, I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. From the Volt community, from Voltoshi himself, things are rolling. Things are moving along. But yeah, the next big thing is that flex. When I did my review on phase 5, I said, what I was most looking forward to was Voltisoft, and I think all of this is just a lead up to Voltisoft. And I think that's going to be something that people just aren't ready for, that Voltisoft, when that actually launches. And when that launches, I think people are really going to understand where this project's going and what they've been building up to. So I'm just kicking back, waiting for that Voltisoft. It's going to be a game changer, I think.
When you said the Voltiflex, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up just because I like to look at that video. But
yeah, pull that flex up.
I love that. Hey, I love that.
Let's flex on them.
You started, but anyway.
Let's flex on them. Come on now.
They ain't ready for it, but that's what it was. There you go. You hit on that. They're not ready for. They're not ready. They're not ready. Damn.
You ready for that flex?
They're not ready.
No,
there's no way they're ready, because they're not ready.
See, and I'm bullish on the flex, and I'm not a staker. You know what I mean? I'm not a staker. That's not my thing. I'm a trader. It's not, so staking to me, like, it is what it is. It's here. It's not. But I know the importance of staking for people, and I know the importance of reflections for people. And when you can come out with that for everybody, even if the token don't want it, you're gonna give it to them anyways, and you come out with that, for them, like, that's real. That's real bullish talk, because passive income is the name of the game, right?
Right.
It
really is.
I always tell people, if you ain't making money when you're sleeping, you ain't making the money.
Not.
And when you're staking, and you're doing all that stuff like that, you're making money when you're sleeping, and that's the name of the game, right? So but I think all this Voltichange, the flex, all of it is a lead up to Voltisoft. So
I love it.
Let's
Let's run this.
bullish.
Let's run this.
Oh, you pulling it.
Man, that's a bullish video. I don't. But look right here. Hold on. I just literally seen this. Hold on. Where's that at? Where's that? Go back. Right there. Boom. If I can get the pause, I'm moving too slow. Hold on. Let me see. This right here. This freaking right here. I didn't even pay attention to that to just like right now. I didn't even see that part.
That's the thing with Volt. Like there's so much going on that you have to go back and rewatch videos 2 and 3 times because there's always something small in there and there's always something little in there that you got to catch, or you don't notice the first time around because there's just so much there. There's so much out there, you know. So, you know, that man, that. What more can you say, right, Ladybug? What more can you say? Am I breaking up or are you breaking up? Damn, I lost you. Is that my internet or your internet?
Can you hear me? Put something in the chat if you can hear me. I don't know what happened. Hello, can you put like a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me? Am I still available? Okay. All right. Okay. Right. I thought it was me. I'm over like, is everything okay? I don't know what happened.
I couldn't make sense whether it was me or whether it was you. But man, we was flexing so hard we got cut off.
At first I'm like, oh my God, I don't see us is going. I'm like, oh
no. we was flexing so hard we got cut off. That's what happens when you flex on them.
I go on the phone. Okay, is everything okay? All right. Okay.
Yeah, when you start flexing on people, they want to cut you off.
I was doing a lot right there, but yeah, man, that's just crazy. And the other thing I caught as well was I was telling everybody either reflections or staking, and you can do both.
Yeah, you got both. You got them both. And
oh my gosh,
you know, at the end of the day, you know, like I was saying, like, you know, even projects that don't have reflection and staking, like, you got it. You know, whether you want it, whether you don't want it, you know, you got it. And then it's up to the holders of whether you want it or whether they want it or don't want it, right? Because they have the ability to get it now. So, you know, that's powerful. You talking all ERC20 and all BNB too? Like, it's a lot of tokens, man. Tokens.
And so the eco is all of this together, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Voltisoft is a lead up. All this is a lead up to Voltisoft. And I think Voltisoft is going to be the game changer. That's going to be the one that sets Volt apart from everybody else. And when you start talking about I think the launch pad, it isn't just me thinking ahead. I think the launch pad, the ecosystem, all of that is going to be introduced into Voltisoft, and that's when you're going to get that one-stop shop, everything you need from start to finish. You don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to talk to anybody else. You don't need to do anything else. Everything you need to sell, buy, trade, stake, make passive income, do whatever you need to do is going to be right there.
Because the limit orders hasn't even been added yet.
Nope. And I'm waiting on that. Listen, I ain't said nothing about Voltoshi yet, but man, come on, man. just hit the button, man. Just hit the button, turn it on. Let's go. Let's quit playing with the people with the limit orders. I like to go to sleep. I like to know that if things are tanking, my money's still good.
Come on.
I like to know and I like to know if things are tanking too. I like to set my buy limits, my sell limits, all that stuff, man. Come on, man, Volty.
That's gonna be crazy how he implements that though.
Listen, I don't care how you implement it.
I'm one of those. I'm like, that's like, if nobody's ever done it in DeFi.
I don't know, and I don't know how he's going to do it because everything's in your wallet, and you know what I mean. So I don't know how it's going to get done, but listen, as long as it works, I leave the rest to everybody else.
I like stuff, like I like math. I like I like coding. So I like all different kinds of things. So when I'm looking that type of now, obviously I'm not like nowhere near where he's at, obviously, but it just really intrigues me.
Yeah, but when you look at that, just think about that for not even being released yet. You think about that, right? And you think about if you got a project that you're looking to get into. And you're looking at the price and what you want to get into with that. And you set that price and you set your dollar amount. You don't ever have to worry about watching the chart again because you're going to get in at the price you want to get in at anyway, as soon as it dips there.
You see what Vitoshi said?
No.
He said the Dale's been sleeping.
Yeah, Voltoshi, go ahead, Voltoshi. Turn them limit orders on, man. Hit that switch. The only thing you got to do is hit that switch, man. I don't know why you ain't hit it yet. Somebody's sleeping on the button. Somebody's sleeping on the button, man.
Hey, he ready for that limit, sir.
Well, yeah, because coming from a trader, I'm a trader. So I'm used to limit orders when it comes to stocks and things like that. I'm used to that. So to bring that to the DeFi world is something that I don't even think people are going to be able to appreciate it until they use it.
Yeah.
I don't think that, if you haven't come from the stock market world and you haven't really used limit orders before in your trading, then you won't appreciate it until you do it. And, I give people the example of this is how important I think it is. Let's say you jump into a new project, right? Brand new launch. What's the one thing everybody worries about on a new launch? If they go to sleep and they wake up in the morning, is liquidity going to be gone, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you have your limit order set to a sell limit, once you jump in, you're going to catch that on the way down. You know what I mean? You're going to catch that on the way down.
But you know what's messed up? You said that, and what clicked in just now was that, when I came into this space, nobody taught me anything about liquidity. How important it was.
Liquidity is the most important thing in a project because here's the thing. You can have $1 million in your wallet. But if there's only $200,000 in liquidity, you don't really have $1 million in your wallet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because by the time you cash that out and by the time you have price impact and slippage and all that, you can only get what's in the project. You can't get more money out of the project than what's in it.
Correct.
So it's important. liquidity is really important. Like,
see, had I known a couple of plays I was in, I would have got out. I would have known to look, and I would have got out like the night before everything. Saying everything was going and stuff. Because I've lost thousands of dollars like at just not knowing about liquidity. And even when they mentioned and said liquidity, I'm like, well, I still like okay. And I really didn't understand it even until I came into Volt. So I mean, it's like a lot of people out here trading and don't even understand the basics.
a lot of people are running around here acting like they know what's going on and don't really know what's going on.
Correct.
And we get into Volt, but we can get into the whole trading market too. Like, a lot of people hit it big on a couple plays, and then all of a sudden they're experts, right? Right. And I look at it like this. Like, I look at it like, if you don't know how to make money in a bear market, then you really don't know what you're doing, because anybody can make money in a bull market. I mean, think about when we were in a bull market before.
Oh, yeah. I was killing it.
All these Puba Inu coins come out, man. They stay for about a month, right? Man, you could make money by throwing darts at a dartboard. You can't miss, right?
Right.
You can't miss. But if you can't make money during a bear market, then did you really? You got to ask yourself, did you really get lucky, or are you really a trader? There's a difference between knowing what you're doing and getting lucky. There's a big difference, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's why I tell people all the time, like, be careful what you hear, because sometimes what you hear isn't always the truth. Educate yourself.
That's why I love this project, because in a bear market you can make some money.
And the one thing about Volt that I love, and I sit back, and me, I sit back in the shadows sometimes, and sometimes I don't say a lot, but the people that are in Volt teach you how to. They talk to you about trading. They talk to you about what's important and what to look for. And there's a lot of people in this project that are here to help. And that's important. That's important for any project, because ultimately it makes the holders better, which makes your project better. So
we were in there talking about just before I came in. Me and Moneybags was talking about what we would do. what Vitoshi's basically saying, get down or lay down. Which one? Either you're gonna buy now, or you're gonna buy later. I don't know, but whatever.
Right. Buy now, buy later. You're gonna buy at some point. You either gonna get it on the dip, or you're gonna get it at the tippy top. One or the other, but you gonna get it.
What you want to do?
Don't be that person that buys at the top. That's all I can say. You.
Well,
I've been that guy. I've been that guy before. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I know. I've been that girl.
It doesn't work.
It's like, what? Oh, no. And then, of course, it's like, why are you selling? But the money's gone, and it's not. You gotta save something.
Gotta save something. Gotta do something. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person that you're wiping the sweat off your forehead, and you're looking around going, man, I guess I better save something.
Yeah, I went out in these streets a few months ago. Now, one of my plays I did pretty good on, but the other one, it was like, oh my God, I went in at the top, dummy, and I'm like, I just went from there. And I'm like, okay, but it is what it is.
Tell you the truth, lady, but I haven't really been playing around too much in this market with these with a lot of low cap new launches. I haven't been playing. I just you know how you just get a gut feeling and you're just like, it's not time to play yet, it's not time to play with your money yet. I just kind of take a step back, and I'm like, I just don't feel like playing in this market. I don't see anything out there that's coming out that's new that I look at, and I'm like, yeah. I look at them and I'm like, yeah. That's a quick pump for me and a quick pump and a drive-by for me. But I wait at just over $1 trillion in market cap right now in the whole market.
Mm-hmm.
there's just not a lot of money circulating around. A trillion, it sounds like a lot, but when you look at a global market cap, that's really not that much money circulating around the market.
No, I came in like that. It wasn't, and I went up to 3 trillion. So no, it's not like at all.
I think we stopped the last bull run at what, like $1.5 trillion. You know what I mean? Somewhere up in there was really where we called the bull market over at like $1.5 trillion. So I always tell people, until you get to $1.5 trillion, don't even talk to me about a bull market. You know what I mean? Don't even talk to me about it, because
it starts moving. Yeah, that's just a move. Because if you was in that, literally, I was there like 20, 30, 40. I mean, I was cheap. And I'd come back and I'd have like $2,000 or $3,000, I'm like, hey, this is, some good stuff right here, in a few hours. That's some good come up, and I got spoiled and I didn't realize what was happening when it started happening. When it started happening, it all just
I'll tell you a crazy story. When I first learned, my first rug pull ever, official rug pull. Now I call some projects that are still out here right now operating rug pools. They're rug pools. They're not doing anything, and they took people's money and continue to take people's money and don't produce. Right? To me, that's a slow rug. But when the first time I actually ever got rug pull where liquidity was gone, I was up, like, I want to say $2,800 in 5 minutes at launch. And I was like, man, I'm gonna take me a shower. I'm gonna come out of the shower. I'm gonna be up about $6,000. I'm gonna cash out, and it's gonna be a good day. Man, I came out of the shower and I felt like I owed the project money. There was nothing left. It was all gone. So I was like, well, damn.
What happened was all your visions of grandeur just went out the window.
I wasn't even trying to make a lot of money. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to, I didn't think about $1 million. I said, we're up 20, 25, 28. By the time I get out of the shower, it'll probably be a 6. This launch is going really good, man. Next thing I knew, I came out of the shower, and like I said, I felt so sorry for everybody. I felt like I owed them money.
I'm pretty sure it was a lot of sick puppies in there. Man. That's for daggone sure. Some sick puppies.
My money was liquidity for I was an exit liquidity for somebody. They were cashing me out on the way down.
But it just feels so, man. Hey, that last part, Tron had some type of whatever it was where the percentages every day. I was killing it, like literally, seriously. Like it went on for over a month, almost 2 months. That was a long time. Like, hey, this is good. So you can start thinking, you're like, ooh, okay, you start feeling a little safe. So I'm like, all right. So I left a couple grand in there. My one friend, I helped her that night. She went out, pulled her little stuff out, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave it, because I like compounding, like, So I'm like, I was just gonna basically probably take half of it and put it out, and then just put the other in my wallet or whatever. And I went in that next morning. Boy, I was sick, boy. Oh, man, I was sick. Well, I said, oh, man, this is some bull right here. That was my last little rodeo on that stuff. I said, no, I'm good on all that now.
I tell you, like, I tell people, when I get into these brand new launches and things like that, like, I look at that as throwaway money, right? Like, I'm going to the casino, I'm gambling. That's money. Like, if it leaves my wallet, it leaves my wallet. If I make some money, I make some money. But that's kind of how I look at that. Them are the smallest percentage of my bag is tokens that haven't been around for longer than 2-3 months. Like, I just look at them like, like, you're either gonna win, you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, and this thing gonna take off, or you're not, and this thing gonna continue to go down. And hopefully, I'm watching it close enough when it goes down that I can at least break even. If not, you know, it was gambling money anyways. And
Yeah.
yeah, if I was the exit liquidity for somebody's come up, you're welcome, because I wasn't watching it close enough. That's my fault. And I just leave it like there. We leave it right there.
Because I'm already going through the emotions.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this internally, like, Christ. That was my last. I was like, I didn't keep my money. So yeah, I went out in the streets a couple of months ago. I got a little froggy. I got all my money. I did get all my money back from the one, but I was like, after that, I'm like, nah, I can't do no more. Oh yes, thank you. We still got a few more hours. Thank you, JR. A few more hours on the tax-free, guys. It was 15 hours freaking early this morning. Hold on, let's see. I'm gonna say we probably got about another 7-8 hours.
That's a good deal when you get that tax back, man. You just gotta hold it longer. You know what I mean? You buy it, you get that tax back. That's a good deal right there.
And you gotta buy it on Voltichange.
Yep. And a certain amount of ETH and a certain amount of BNB. I forget what the exact amount is. I know it's 1 BNB.
Yeah, they be hating on our BNB side, bro. I'll be like, man, what's up with that, man?
Don't hate on the BNB side, man. Quit fudding my bag, man. I'm equally invested on both sides. Don't fud my BNB bag.
We be hating on our BNB side, bro. I be like, man, come on. But that's all right. For all the G's, stay on the east side. I won't be mad. I promise you.
The BNB chart is more stable than the ETH chart.
I know it.
So if you're really looking to dollar cost average into Volt, you want to be on the BNB side. It's more stable. It gives you more opportunity to, with less volatility.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I always say, like, when you get into projects that have an ecosystem like Volt and are on both sides, or any type of ecosystem that's being built around a project, you need to support the whole ecosystem, right? You can't just support half of the ecosystem. You have to support the whole thing, which is why I'm pretty much equally invested on both sides of the token, because you have to support the ecosystem. And you never know. One may run while the other doesn't. I doubt it. They seem to run together, but who knows?
Yeah, but they hit my BNB side up today. I didn't understand that. Whoever was over hating, they need to come off her. I mean, but that means I can get it for less, but I'm still like,
But the thing about it is, Ladybug, like, you gotta tell people in the market like this, like, you can't worry about price, right? Price is not something to worry about right now, because people think just because the market's pumping a little bit that this is the bull run. This ain't the bull run. This is far from the bull run. This is a bear market pump. That's all it is. This is gonna be a pump, fake, and drive by. That's what's gonna happen. And there's nothing around the market that says that it's gonna run to a bull market. It's gonna be a pump up and drive by. So
why you keep saying it's gonna be a drive-by though? Why it gotta be a drive-by?
You know why? Because the people that are manipulating the market right now can give you a pump fake, and when you jump in the air, they're gonna drive right on by you, take your money. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna drive right by you. It take all the they're gonna cash out on people, and that's what's gonna happen. And so right now is the perfect opportunity to just look for them bottoms, right? Look for them dips in the chart and buy them dips up and buy them dips up and buy them dips up and just hold them. Just hold the dips, Now's not the time to be selling anything.
You better hold your, man. Sell what?
That's what I'm saying.
I learned. That's another lesson I learned, man. So I sold all my stuff because I thought it was leaving, and then I was mad.
Now is not the time to be selling. Now people think, oh, we got a little pump, I'm gonna make us a little bit of profit. That's cool when you're dealing with the top 20 tokens, right? You trade them and you make some money. But when you start getting into some of these lower market caps and stuff like Volt and stuff like that, now is not the time to be selling. Like, if you're selling right now, you're not making it. You're not looking to make no money.
No.
You look at break even. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
I know that there's different times, there's different things that are going on where people have to sell. So I don't count. I always say to people, I don't count other people's pockets, right? Like I can't tell you what to do with your money or tell you when to sell, when not to sell. I was a single father, so I grew up. When I was raising my kids, I ended up selling some stuff that I had to sell to make ends meet. Before we took off. So I'm not going to count your pockets. I'm not going to tell you when to sell, when not to sell. I don't know what's going on in your life, but anybody who can hold, man, now is not the time. It is not the time. What would you say, Ladybug? I lost you again.
I was going to say something. I heard. I was just like, get down or lay down, y'all. Y'all on the B&B side. Don't come on my B&B side if you ain't gonna take it seriously. I'm just telling you from the jump. Don't jump over there.
Don't be on that B&B side messing that chart up because it's cheaper to trade over there. Leave that chart alone.
Right. Leave my side, And I got it on. But when you was talking about that, it was another thing. I'm bullish on the NFTs too, though. And he's been coming out, dropping stuff about the NFTs and stuff. Or have you seen any of that? The NFT stuff he's been.
I've seen some NFT stuff that they've been dropping. I'm not a big NFT person. That's the thing.
But you just said you gotta be in the whole ecosystem.
I know. I do own an NFT.
But you got one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I don't really keep up with the floors and all that on the NFTs. Like I just, I'm still trying to learn the NFT system.
You have one, that's all that matters. See, so now when everything starts going down, you're gonna be so excited that you had that one. And you got the first one, because it's gonna be a second thing that comes out on those two.
I know that they're getting ready to release another
passive income.
Yeah, I know they're getting ready to release another set of NFTs. And this time, even though I don't really understand the whole NFT market, and I'll be the first one to admit it, like I don't understand it. But this time, I want to get in when they launch.
You want to be a part of the launch. You want to be a part of the launch?
Okay. Yeah, instead of getting in later, where you're going to buy it from somebody and all that stuff. I would rather, be in early and get it right when it comes out and all that stuff, because obviously that's the best value, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, because you're looking at like right now, I want to go look it up. Matter of fact, you know what? I forgot I got this up here. Let me look it up on here. Let me go look at. Let's see. That's my thing. Let's see.
And people get on me all the time, and I will tell you this: I do understand that NFTs are the future. I understand where the NFT market is going. I understand what NFTs in general are going to do. It's just one of these things that I haven't taken the time really to sit down and really understand exactly how you're trading and buying NFTs and things like that. But I do know that if I buy mine for one price and that price goes up, that I'm making money. And if I buy it for one price and that price goes down, I'm losing money. I do understand that.
You got the basics. You got the basics. Yeah, that's the basics. That's what you need. You got to have the basics. Yeah, I mean, but I put it to, because that's the basis of trading crypto too.
Yeah, it's the basics of trading anything. Buy low, sell high. Buy on red, sell on green.
But the thing about correct. The thing about okay, let me get out. The thing about, if I can get it out now, I'm lost. Okay. The thing about buying, you messed me up with that one. Oh, look, they got a best offer of 1 now right now. So see, you can kill. Let me pull one up. Let's see. You can kill this out. All right, yeah. So let's go here. Let me share real quick, guys. Let me share. And let's see.
I see all them lightning bolts in that chat too.
Yeah, show them some love.
You
I'm
guys
not
ready to
showing them
go?
love right now.
You guys ready to go?
Okay, so like these purple hair guys, right? This is the lowest right now. 0.24. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is it showing? Okay, good. So 0.24. I don't know where these purple hair guys came from, but all of a sudden they're just everywhere. But like when you're doing in the games and stuff, which you can use these in games and different things like that. The different attributes will get you in certain places in the games. Like if you got the diamond or the black or stuff like that. Those different qualities get you extra stuff, or I don't know. I'm not a gaming person per se. I will play games, but I'm not a gaming person. But I know that that's one of the amenities to having the NFTs. And then I believe there's going to be staking with NFTs. So you just put your NFT up and just stake it, because it's not, you really don't understand it anyway.
I understand that money though.
Okay.
No, I'm not a gamer either. Like I don't have a lot of time to sit around and play games. But I do know that the more rare your NFT is, the more is more valued, and probably the better it's going to be in one of them games. So that's one of the advantages. Like I want to get in early on the next round because I'm going to try to get me one of them rare ones, and and try to sit on that for a little while. Sit on that.
That's smart. And you look at it like, yeah, hopefully I get a rare one. I want a rare one the next time. I mean, I got a couple. I want that jersey. Crypto Shade has been trying to get 1,000 likes on this tweet, guys. 1,000 likes on this tweet. We gotta get that. We gotta get that tweet up to 1,000.
So I'm not messing with Twitter. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Right
what they do to you? Let me hear your story.
like people. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now, like people have inboxed me time and time again, and like, why are you so silent on Twitter? Listen, I've been shadow banned twice, right? Mm-hmm. So it's all because of retweeting and stuff like that. So I've been shadow banned twice.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's where people, you're technically on Twitter, but people can't see you. They can't see your tweet. They can't see your tweets. You don't come up in searches when people search for you. It's kind of like you're there, but you're really not there. Right. And people don't see your stuff. So, and Elon has this thing so locked down because of bots and stuff that if you retweet things consistently, they will shadow ban you. And if you retweet too much, they'll shadow ban you. And so, if people ever come up to you and they say, oh, I haven't seen your tweets in a while, or I haven't seen you retweet in a while, it's probably because it's not because you're not retweeting, it's because you're shadow banned and they can't see that.
So that's a really good. I mean, I hear shadow ban. I heard that, and I think we were talking about that with Crypto Shades. I don't know how he would have gotten shadow banned, but it's like he should have been that had 1,000. Just from Volt. Just them posting and stuff, and it's just not, so I really was trying to see,
So now, and what I learned is, you learn this through Hard Knocks, right? If you're shadow banned, just don't tweet for like a week. And then they'll kind of let you out of jail, right? And then, then you have to watch what you retweet and how much you retweet and things like that. But if you retweet the same thing, like it almost is like it tags you as a bot, it tags you as a bot or spam or something like that. So, and then they shadow ban. So, if you just quit tweeting for like 2 days to a week, they'll let you out of Twitter jail, and then you be able to move on and people be able to see your stuff. But I've been shadow banned twice, so I I'm me and Twitter ain't getting along right now.
I've never had those, and I don't want to jinx myself, but I've never had those difficulties. I mean, I tweet my butt off. Now I'm not because of everybody's horror stories, but I'm like, I've worked hard for that Twitter page. I can't afford to say, hey, you can't come in,
Well, that's what I said. I'm not the biggest brand in the world, right? But I do appreciate what I have. So
Right.
I'm not trying to lose what I have. But yeah, like you won't know if you're shadow banned. It's not like they send you an email and tell you you're shadow banned, or they tell you you're shadow banned. You don't know you're shadow banned until people say that they can't see your stuff. You have no idea.
So if nobody tells you, then you just out of luck. Okay.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know until somebody's like, where are you at on Twitter? Like, where are you at? Why don't I see your stuff? So on and so forth. But yeah, it's not like they send you an email and go, oh yeah, we just shadow banned you.
Well, at least you, that's great information, because I've never had that, but if something like that were to come up, as I've slowed down a lot. I'm just like, I can't do it.
And it sucks because you're trying to push your pride. You're trying to push the things that you believe in and the things that you're invested in and the stuff like that. You're trying to push that, right? So you're trying to keep it all in the algorithm and keep everything up there, but yet they make it so hard to do that as well, because then they shadow ban. So, or you can be like Space Chick and just straight up get kicked off of Twitter.
Dude, but she knew she was shadow banned, but if we had the information you had right now, she would be good.
No, she got suspended.
No, but before that, we were talking about her being shadow banned, and she knew, she was like, I think I'm shadow banned. You were we having a conversation with you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And then she got freaking, but she's supposed to have another page up, and that got a warning.
No, I think she might be good now, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be careful, because Elon's got this thing so locked down with bots. He thinks everything is a bot. So, and it kind of limits on what you retweet. So it puts a limit on you.
I just try to stay within the line of Volt, stay where I'm at. I don't try to do anything new. I'm not trying to do none of that. Yeah, it's like, I need it.
I just try to straight I hardly I don't retweet a lot anymore, and like I get on there, I look at things, I read things, but I try to stay in the shadows right now with Twitter until they can get all that stuff figured out and we know what the rules are, because right now we're playing a game we don't even know the rules to.
Right.
And I don't want you taking my page away.
She's like, hey, okay. You've been working. Or do you watch UFC?
Yeah.
Watch fights?
Of course.
Okay, maybe I didn't know.
I watch every fight.
I was just asking because I watched this fight right here. You did?
Right here? I watch this fight right here.
I watched. We were in the chat. It was me and Liquid Dutch and a couple other people, and I watched that fight. I watched all the fights. It was gruesome.
I've been watching UFC for years.
I love it.
I love UFC.
Hey man, I was sitting at the girls. I felt so bad for the girls. I was like, why didn't they just stop the fight? They let her beat that girl up so bad. I said, Jesus, take the wheel.
That's the game.
And then the old man, they wouldn't even stop that. I'm like, man, come on, y'all. But hey, he was a Viking though. I don't care.
You gotta tap out. I mean,
hey, he wasn't tapping.
He didn't tap out.
I've been in this game too long to tap out, but you're gonna get your butt kicked up in there.
No, he didn't tap. He got tap.
Hey, he tore his butt up. I was like, dang, man. And then he do like this miraculous thing. And I'd be like, oh, okay, all right. We might got something in him.
He forgot to tap.
Oh,
but no, that's the one thing about Volt though. Like, I love the fact that they're sponsoring so many UFC fighters and what they're doing, because UFC is the ticket. That is where it's at. Like, that is the most watched sport outside of football, I believe. And one of the it's a tapped market, but it's really not a highly tapped market. These fighters don't get paid a lot. Like, people don't understand. Like, they do not make a lot of money, and so sponsorships and things like that, man, I'm all about that for these UFC fighters, because it's not like they have health insurance,
right?
Right, and it's one of these markets that are so untapped right now. They're so and there are good people in there, and Volt's done a great job of really promoting UFC fighters and really bringing them up. And the UFC fighters are doing good by Volt too. Like, they're promoting Volt as well, really well. So, it's getting everybody's name out there. Their name and Volt's name, and doing it. And I think it's a great marketing strategy.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I love them. I love them all because each one of them has a different story, but yet it's still a story of passion, of never giving up. And that's what speaks volumes to me as far as Volt is concerned. It's the never giving up attitude, no matter what. The stories are crazy.
I still want to know when that movie coming out.
Hey, we all waiting on that one. We all waiting on that one.
I don't know if Voltoshi's still in the chat, but again, somebody asleep at the wheel. When's the movie coming out? When's the movie coming out, man? Like, I mean, we put it out there, and where is it coming? Is it coming on Netflix? Is it coming on Amazon? Is it coming on Hulu? Like,
where's it at, Toshi? Where's it at? Where's it coming at?
What's the update on the movie, man?
It's yeah. Hey, but Toshi, nobody does it like him, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna pop.
I mean, nobody does it like Voltoshi. I mean, he always, and he drops bombs. Like when he comes out with something, it's usually like, okay, we're gonna do this right now.
Right. There's no waiting. It's okay. So it's like, okay, he's already did the preparing and did got everything set in place. Now he just gives it to us like, bam, now here you go. Now what you gonna do?
Here, let me drop this in your lap, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.
Here you go. How you like this? What?
But can we get an update on the movie, man?
Hey, YL's been doing his little spaces every Friday night. That was awesome space last night.
I was in there last night.
Yeah,
I was in there last night.
I'm trying to find this tweet that he put out, because to me it was so freaking just bullish. It'd be some crazy stuff he'd be saying, but you gotta be paying attention. See, sometimes I just go through and I'll just like and retweet, and then I have to go back through and actually start reading.
But as I said, Volt has so much going on that you have to spend time on the Twitter page to really understand what's going on. And sometimes you miss stuff. Sometimes there's so much there that you miss it. And then somebody will say something and you're like, damn, how did I miss that? Like, I was just on the page. Like, how did I not see that? Right. So, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, a lot to keep up with.
Yeah. So it's like, what will the APY be?
What will the APY be when we start flexing? What is the APY? That's a good question, Voltoshi.
That's
What
the
is the
first question,
APY?
though. The first question is, what will the APY be?
What? That's a good question.
Where will the revenue be coming from? Oh my God.
I mean that's a good question. What is the APY?
We don't even have to have these prices. Don't even have to come in and have liquidity. It's coming from Pancake and Uniswap.
Yeah.
How's it going to benefit the vote price action and exposure?
Right, but if you're paying in reflection, you still gotta know what that looks like.
And how's it going to increase the Voltichange volume, i.e. burns, reflections plus?
Here's the thing. Here's how I put it in my head, right? Let's say you're staking, I don't know, let's go with a token that doesn't just have reflections in it already. Let's say you're staking Matic, right? You probably got Matic. We'll take it right to the blue chip, right? Let's say you're staking that, right? So the question is, okay, so where is that Matic APY coming from? Because they don't have staking. And then I kind of understand where this question is going, right? And then where is the reflections coming from because they don't have reflections? Well, that's a good question. But
Okay.
but at the same time, if it does it really matter, right? Because if you're staking it and you're getting your reflections and you're getting your rewards, does it really matter? Like maybe there's microtransactions that are being done to buy Matic on the chart that also in return will burn Volt and give you your APY and reflections off of these microtransactions. Maybe that's how it happens. And then that benefits Volt and it benefits the chart. So just maybe that's how that'll go. Or I mean, it's got to come from somewhere. Somebody got to buy it. So why not buy it on Voltichange?
Why not?
So
why not?
That very well could be the plan. But see, this is the thing. Like when you release something like the Flex, right?
Okay, I need a mod in the chat. March needs to be deleted.
What's wrong with
March? March. Can I do it? Hold on, I'll do it.
I think you got to do it from.
I got it. Never mind. I got it. We're not gonna do that.
I seen something about your children or something.
Yeah, you know that I seen molest. Wait a minute. Not going on in this chat, bro. But okay, sorry.
I don't know what that was. I just seen children. I was like,
yeah, no.
But that's one of the things, though, Ladybug, that I don't really. People get so caught up with how everything's gonna work, right? And as an investor, I don't get caught up in that. If you got confidence in the devs, you got confidence in the rollout, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about when it's coming out. You don't have to worry about how it's going to work because you already got confidence in the people that are making it work that you don't have to worry about it. And people get so bogged down in the details. And I understand people are very detail-oriented people. Some people, they want to know every single detail about every little thing works.
But my thing is, I think it's because they've been either they micromanaged or they've been micromanaged.
Well, and a lot of staking platforms have fallen.
You
look at Genesis, you look at BlockFi, you look at all that stuff that they've all fallen, right? But they've fallen because their APYs were too high and they over leveraged themselves. They fell because of mismanagement. So if you have confidence in your dev team, then you don't got to worry about mismanagement.
That is true. But I think when we say that, I think who Fatoshi's been working with, they've been working with for a while. He's working with for a while.
Yeah, and
There's
that's
confidence.
it, and that's what I'm saying. If you got confidence in Vatoshi and you got confidence in the dev team, then you know that people learn from other people's mistakes, and that's not going to happen. So just chill, wait, let it roll out. Questions will be answered. Everything will be laid out, but enjoy the process. Enjoy the
Mm.
process. Enjoy the ride. Don't let the little details. You know, don't worry about them little details. Enjoy the ride.
That's good. Enjoy the ride, guys. Enjoy it. I bet you know what. In the last, I think after I came back from New York is when I really got a more sense of freedom. I don't know if that makes sense, but as far as stressing, not that I was stressing, but you're in crypto. Sometimes you just have it's just normal. But anyway,
Yeah.
uh, just more of a where I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't matter if the chart goes up or down. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm riding the wave. So whatever. I finally got to that point where it's like when I get up, I'm not going to the chart. I'm getting up. I'm going in, saying hi. Pulling up, making sure coin market cap straight. The comments over there, looking at our health and trying to make sure everybody knows what we need to do for the day as far as the project is concerned and stuff. Just I just don't have that. I just don't have that worry. And I know some people it's hard for them though.
Well, and that's because you're to the point where you feel comfortable with your investment. You feel comfortable enough with the project and your investment that you don't have to look at that every day. And that's what I try, and that's the one thing that I always try to stress to people is you can get into projects that you feel comfortable with, right? You're comfortable with the project, you're comfortable with the team, you're comfortable with the progress that they're making. It kind of Volt, you can feel comfortable with Volt. They're not going anywhere. If they were going to pull liquidity, they would have already pulled liquidity. They have plenty of opportunities, right? So you don't got to worry about that. So just take that off the table, and
Mm-hmm.
but worry about the other speculative plays that you're in, that you're only in for a little while and trying to make a quick buck. And don't worry, put your money in Volt. Don't worry about it. And you have to be in projects where you can sleep at night. And Volt's one of the projects where you can sleep at night. You don't worry about it. Chart goes up, chart goes down. It is what it is. It doesn't matter because we're here for the long haul. We're here for the long ride. So does it really matter if it's down today? You know what I mean? Does it I tell people, people are always looking at charts and posting pictures of charts. It's down, does it really matter? Good, it's down, buy the dip. buy the dip, add to your bag, like buy the dip. Who cares if it's down today? Buy the dip.
That's the thing. But see, that comes with being under the right people though. I'm telling you, man, I buy the dip. I wasn't buying the dip. I want my money out of here. I'm telling you guys, these people I feel so sorry for people now. I'm like, gosh, why? I mean,
when you're comfortable in a project and you're comfortable in the direction that it's going,
mm-hmm.
you buy the dip because it ain't gonna last. It's not gonna last. So, but now if you're in a project and you ain't comfortable with it, and you ain't comfortable with the devs, and you ain't comfortable with the project, and you don't know what direction it's going, don't buy that dip. You better get all out of there.
Don't buy the dip. Don't do it.
Get out. So there's a difference in where you're at with a project, right? Like where you at with that project, like there's a you throw me Puba Inu coin and it starts to I'm not
what Puba gonna do? What they got
I'm
to
not
offer?
buying that dip, man. I'm not buying that dip. I'm trying to make somebody exit liquidity. Look, if you buy, I'm selling. you might exit liquidity. You know, I'm not buying that dip, but you know, something like Volt or something like a project like that. Listen, if it dips a little bit, it dips a little bit. Buy the dip, add to your bag, open up a new position. I tell people all the time, like, don't be scared to open up a new position. You know, don't be scared to open up a new wallet. Don't be scared to open up a new position. And you know, I, I can't tell you how many wallets I have. I don't know how many wallets I have that are all interconnected to one wallet, but they're all different positions that I've accumulated based on different levels of buys in the chart. So, you know, don't be scared to open that new position up.
Get your bag, guys. Get you another
Get your
bag.
bag.
Get you another bag.
Get you another bag, man. You know, if you got a 10x bag, you got a 100x bag, and you got a 1000x bag, man, and it dips, and you want to open up a new position, man, get you a 5x bag. Then if it dips again, get you a 15x bag. You know, open up a new position. Open up, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with having multiple positions within a project. You know, open up a new bag, man. Get you a new bag. You know?
Name them. Like it's your bag, man. You know, now y'all out here hustling in these streets. I'm just saying, get you another bag, bro. You know?
I mean, right now is accumulation time.
Yeah.
And Volt has been like trading sideways, like literally in this channel sideways for a while now. So if you're not accumulating in that channel, then you're looking at it wrong. You're looking at the wrong situation. You know, you got to accumulate in that channel, and then because consolidation is healthy. Consolidation is what you want to see on a chart before the run. Let it consolidate, and then it'll run. The chart's never going to go straight up. You know, it's never going to go just like this. It's going to go up. It's going to go sideways. It's going to go up. It's going to go sideways, and it's going to go up. You just hope that it don't go sideways and go down. Then you gotta go, but you know, it ain't gonna go sideways and go up. You know, that's what you want. That's a healthy looking chart. People get all I hear people even in the Volt community, they get all crazy. Man.
They do.
Man, cut it out. Cut it out. You know, like get you some more. Even if it's just
down, if it's down, it means it's an opportunity for you to buy more.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity. Just think about it a while ago, right? And this is what I tell people. Think about when we had, you know, we gave that zero back, right? Think about how expensive it was before you gave that zero back, and how much less you had when you were buying versus when you're buying now. It's not like it's not going to regain that zero. I mean, you're going to get that zero back. So you're better off buying now. Like, who you going to wait? You going to wait? You want to buy back on that one? Go ahead. You know, but you crazy because you could have got so much more back here. You know.
And when you say that, right? So I'm looking at what we were talking about actually when you first came on. You got, if a person's in the chat, let me say like, if a person's in the chat and you're still like, even though you got Volt, but you're like, oh, you know, I'm just really trying to see, you know, about before I put some more money in. That type of person. By the time you figure it out, if you haven't figured it out from all the things that Satoshi's already dropping on his own on Twitter, if you haven't figured out that this project is solid, there's something wrong. You know, I feel like it's something really wrong. And if you just here and you come in every day, oh, let me just make sure I get an update. Let me just see what's going on. You know I'm talking about that type of investor. You know, I just need to make sure I'm updated. Ain't nothing going on. You're still operating in fear. There you go. You're still operating in fear. You need to step out of the fear and go on and get you some more Volt. There's no way. You don't know me. I don't know you. You may never meet me. I may never meet you. Do I care? No. I was going to go somewhere else. All I'm saying is this. I'm not on this freaking YouTube channel, first of all, for likes or subscriptions. If anybody knows me, they know that this is not even me for real, but I'm here because of Volt, because I believe in Volt. And just by the things that Vitoshi has shown me from day one, I'm a person of, I believe I'm really steadfast about loyalty, about being persistent and consistent, even when life is happening. Staying true to what you say you're going to do. And for me, Vitoshi has all of those things and so much more. And so that's why I do this. I do this for the passion of Volt, because I strongly believe that this is generational wealth. I feel like that in 5 to 10 years, nobody should want for anything if they've done the proper research and got these multiple bags. Those that only have one bag, I get it. But then I don't get it now, because I'm like, you gotta have more than one bag, because it's like you start pinching off of that bag. Then you pinch, and then you pinch, and then you have nothing left, and you never built anything else. And then you're stuck on the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. And I've lived long enough that I don't like the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you straight up, I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. So, and I'm all about multiple bags. But you get people in the chat and they're like, well, maybe, I'm waiting for this update, or I'm waiting for that update, and I'm waiting for this to happen, or I'm waiting for that to happen. When people do that and people say that, that they didn't do their research on the project in general, right? And they didn't do the research to the point where you don't know what's coming, and what are you waiting for. You have to look at production, and you have to look at execution, right? In any business. And I look at cryptocurrency like a business. In a business, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I care what you do, right?
Hey.
And because you can tell
Action.
me, you can tell me anything, and at the end of the day, them are only words. But if you show me that you're producing on what you're saying, then we're having a whole nother conversation, right? And when you look at Volt has produced, Voltoshi has produced. If you look at what he said he was going to do, or she, I'm not out of the woods saying he or she, it don't matter to me. But you know, um, if you look at what the team said that they were going to do, as far as exchanges, as far as Voltichange, as far as every little step that they've taken that they said that they were going to do, they produce results. So what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for that final result to come in where now you're priced out of your investment? You're priced out. You know,
Yeah.
there's a certain point that you're going to get to in any business or any stock or any crypto where you're priced out of the market, where your gain is a 3% gain instead of 100% gain. When you could have got in at 100 and made 100%, now you have to be happy with a 3% because you didn't get in when you should have got in, or you were second guessing yourself. But people that are second guessing like that, they didn't take the time to step back and look at where you started versus where you are, what was said, was production made, was progress made on time, was it made on time, was everything held up to. And I'm a man of my word, and I only hang out with people who are 100%. I don't got time for people who are wishy-washy. That's not me. It's not my personality. I don't got no time for it. You know, and so I'm all about production. So, you know, if they're producing, what are you really complaining about? What are you really waiting for? You gonna wait for a Voltas off to launch before you put more money in? What's the price of Volt gonna be when that launches? Did you just price yourself out of the market, right? So these are things like, and it's hard to talk to people like that. It's hard because they don't, some
They're
people
not
just
received. They don't receive it.
they just don't get it, right? They don't get it until they missed it.
It's a box.
Yeah.
It's like, you stepped over here outside of my box, so I can't understand what you're saying.
And I have this conversation with people all the time on my channel, on other people's channels. Like, I get it. I understand that the market has hurt a lot of people. The crypto market has hurt a lot of people, between the rug pulls, the lack of production, and all that. I get it. I get the skepticism. I get the people that don't really aren't 100% in, but you can't operate like that. Like,
you can't live your life like that.
Yeah. You're gonna make bad investments. You're gonna lose on some investments. Anybody that tells you that they've won on 100% of their investments are lying to you, and you're gonna lose on some. So you can't take your losses and rub them off on the next project, and say you're skeptical. You take what you learned and ask different questions and maybe reevaluate a project a little bit differently, but you can't be scared to invest in a project either.
Right. And that's it. Yeah.
It's all a learning process. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's so hard to talk to people like that because, either they've been hurt by another project really bad, or they just don't know enough to do a good enough job on research.
Yeah, I think a lot, and I could say probably 75% they've been hurt by other projects.
There's that perception out there right now. Yeah. The bull market was great for a lot of people, and it hurt a lot of people. Some people got wrecked. Like, if you bought into the top of some projects, you got wrecked. But you gonna that every project,
right?
Or did you learn not to buy in on top, anymore, and how to get in early and be confident in the projects that you're in? Or would you learn by getting wrecked?
What did you learn? Hey, you know what I see a lot of people learn? They either jump out and never come back, or they right back in it.
Yeah, or you learn to evaluate. A good investor will learn to evaluate why they got wrecked, and then they'll learn to not get wrecked the same way twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, it took me 3 times. I seen Shib, Fed, who went up first? I think Shib went up first. And then it was Feg, and Doge, Fig, whatever. I was all 3 of them, and I was jacked up.
But you learn something each time, right? You learn something different each time.
I did, but I still wasn't listening to the person that told me you're supposed to hold. I'm like, this is the reason why I didn't listen to her though, and she's my girl for real. She on Feg, it went up. She put like $4,000 or $5,000 in, right? I only put $100 in. I'm just gonna keep it real. So I'm like, man, you tripping. I had lost so much money. I'm like, I'm gonna throw this $100 in. We're gonna see what it do. All right. So I throw the $100 in. I was supposed to put 4, but I put 100. She threw like 5,000 in Fed. They calls me, girl, check your wallet. They call it, check your wallet, Like, what's going on? My $100 had went to 10,000.
You cut 2 zeros. 2 zeros.
Okay.
That's 2 zeros.
And Fed ran like it. So, but in my infinite wisdom that I didn't have, I was trying to cash out, but I was trying to cash out the wrong way. ETH wanted freaking 20-35% of your money. I'm like, no, I can't do that. But anyway, so it starts going down. Neither here nor there. She put 5,000 in. She's up over what's that? Half a K. 500K.
Yeah, that would have been 500 with 2 zeros.
Yeah. So she's up. We take the money out. No, I'm just gonna let it sit. What? Take the money out. No, and she's supposed to be going to Africa and all this stuff, right? So we're like, well, at least take the money out for the trip,
Yeah.
Take the money out for the trip. Okay, girls, and it's still. I mean, it's right. If you watch Fed, you seen it go up and you seen it go down.
As fast as it went up, as fast as it came
It
down.
went down. So it was like, now my one dude, he made $2 million on it. He did good. He put everything in like a week before he even let us know about it. He was in a week before. I mean, he made a killing. But the whole point was, you got different type of investors, and so we just
Definitely.
I don't want to ever do any of that stuff again. So
there's 3 types of investors, right? You have your investors that buy and hold, right? You have your investors that day trade, and then you have your investors that are just in it for a short period of time, right? Them are the 3 type of investors you have. And you got to know what project you're in to know what type of investor you need to be. You're gonna invest very differently in ETH than you are in Volt, right?
correct.
And because they're just 2 separate, different, distinct projects, and so you got to know what your strategy is going in. See, I'll tell you like this. I don't hold anything back. Like I tell people exactly what my strategies are, and I tell people when I'm buying, and I tell people when I'm selling, and I don't care what I don't care what anybody says. Like when it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go, and I straight up tell people, yo, look, I'm selling. You don't have to sell, but I'm selling, right? But I've been in projects that have lost zero. And like let's say you throw $1,000 into a project, it loses a zero. That's $100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you don't want to lose that zero again, right? So if that project goes up to 120,000, I'm taking 20,000. I'm selling 20,000 on you. That's gonna give me my money back plus profit, right? And that's if I think the project can do more, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I think the project can do more, I'm gonna keep that 100,000 in because I don't want to lose that zero, them 2 zeros that it just lost, right? If I think it can get one more, right? So if it loses another one, we're looking at a whole different selling strategy, right? Because now you're up to $1 million. That changes the game, right? So if you look at and you let it get to 1,200,000, well, guess what, guys? I'm gonna tell you right straight up, I'm pulling $1 million. I'm pulling it. I'm gonna keep 20,000 in the project, but I'm pulling $1 million.
Because that's your number, but that's your number.
Because that's my number, right? So when you hit that number, you got to hit that number, and that's the one thing that I don't like about people that have one wallet, right?
Yes,
because it's psychology. Psychology will psych you out. Like if you have all of your tokens in one wallet in a project, and that thing starts to go up and it starts to bust zeros, where's your first line of sight is not on the chart, it's on the dollar amount you have in your wallet, right? So now you're blinded by that dollar amount you have in your wallet, and you start selling when you really shouldn't be selling. Whereas if you had 2 or 3 different wallets, each of them have a sell point, and you sell when it hits them levels, and then you build generational wealth because that last wallet you have is so far out on your sell level that you might not see that for a long time. You might have a wallet that's a 10x, 100x, 1,000x, or 100x, 1,000x, and a 2,000x. But if you have all that stuff put in one wallet, you're never going to hold as long as you should. It's never going to happen. The dollar sign is going to blind your judgment.
I
When you
mean,
see
yeah.
$1 million sitting in your wallet,
I mean, what you gonna do? Come on.
what you going to do?
I mean, it's just being. You gotta be real about it. If you can't be real about it, you know, because no matter we can talk about it, it's still gonna be different when you freaking look at your wallet and it looks different.
Yep. And what I try to tell people, because I have a bunch of people that ask me, like about how you cash out $1 million and how you, deal with money and how you, do all this and when should you and all this. And the advice I give them is this. I don't know your situation and I don't know what type of life situation you're in and I don't want to. But here's what I tell you. If you have money that'll change you in your family's life, change your life.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But make sure that's not a quick change and it's a long-term change, because there's two different kinds of change. If you have money that'll change your life forever, go change your life.
But realize too, though, $1 million is not a lot of money.
That's what I tell you. $1 million will not change my life forever. It will not change my life forever. I gotta have more than that. But for some people, that's life changing money.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why I always tell people, like, but that's not generational wealth. $1 million is not generational wealth.
Right.
And if your goal is generational wealth, you don't cash out. You don't cash out at $1 million, because that's not going to change your life. It'll change your life for the immediate, but it won't change your life long term. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, and that's what I said. You have to define what is life changing money to you, not to me, because my lifestyle might be different than your lifestyle. So, what is life changing money to you, and what situation are you in as a family as well? Because that's going to dictate when you take your financial freedom. So,
but the thing about that is, when you just said that, something else came to me. Why not? First of all, we always say about going to. I wrote that down. You silly.
17 million. 17 million.
He's silly. But yeah, it's like, look, it's life changing money. That's what it is. It's life changing money, but it all depends on who has the money. Mm-hmm. It can be temporary or it could be long term. $1 million can change your life, but it depends on the person who gets the million. That's really what dictates where you're going to be at in the future. It's if you, like, for me, I've got plans, I've got goals wrote down, things that I want to do. So, and I've been working on these things for at least, I'll say some of them, the longest one is 15 years. But that's because of the amount of money that it is going to take, I feel it's going to take, the overhead to be able to get started and to be able to get through that first year of of not having to worry about, being financially strapped all the time and stuff like that. You just having that money there. It's just certain. It just depends on who you are and what you really want. If you just want a house and a car and blah blah blah, okay. But then remember that if you cash that $1 million out, you gotta have somewhere where you're gonna be able to make some type of passive income. Because once you cash it out, you've cashed it out. Okay.
Well, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And this is why you look at people that win the lottery that go broke, because they don't know what to do with their money. They don't have the mentality to keep their money. And somebody can say $40 million is where I'm going to cash out at. Well, guess what? You can blow 40 million just like you can blow $1 million. If you don't have the mindset and the capacity, if you don't have the mindset, or you're not surrounded by people with the mindset to help you grow that 40 million to 100 million, then you may very well lose that 40 million too. This is what I mean about changing your life. When you get life-changing money, you got to also have a life-changing mindset. Your mindset can't be the same as it was. You can't operate with $40 million the same way that you operated with $100,000. There's two different.
Two different levels.
When we say there's levels to this shit, there's levels of how you operate and what you can do, in the people, in the people that you need around you to help you manage your particular financial situation. And the same people that manage your $100,000 situation for you is not going to be the same people that manage your $40 million situation for you. It's just not going to be the same. So, and a lot of people try to they don't know, they don't have plans, they don't know what to do with that type of money, and they end up broke, and it's a shame. It is.
And everybody needs around them, so they got to help they people out.
Yeah.
40 million. Oh, I got that. Say, oh, no problem. And then next thing you look, you got 10 million.
If you got 40 million, you give 39 of it away. You only got 1 million.
And I left this comment up here for a reason. Hey, Ken, I left that up here because I feel like that I get what you're saying, but if you hold to $2, I don't think you're going to be out. I think you're going to continue to hold. Why? Because you've made so much money. Why would you cash out? Or why would you be out? At $2?
At $2, I'm going to be on an island somewhere with no self-service, no nothing. Ain't nobody going to be able to get a hold of me for nothing, right? So here's the thing. At $2, nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing.
And how much reflections are you getting though, dude? Well, how you living? So you gonna sell out your bag though at $2? I mean, to me, $2 you out means you're gonna sell your whole bag. And how much money that you just made, you just gonna I don't know. I don't know.
You know how much, the market cap that Volt would have between now and $2?
Stupid.
You know that market cap would be bigger than the world's market cap. Volt would hold more, its market cap would be bigger than the United States government's market cap at $2. So if that, listen, Ken, I don't want to, poopy butt Inu on your dreams, but if that happens, me and you are not having a conversation. Literally, I am on an island, so I am on my own island somewhere, chilling, laughing at all these people on YouTube trying to do what I couldn't do because Volt took me to $2, and now I got more money in my wallet. I got more money in my pocket than most people have in their country. I got more money than a country, a small country. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you got to think about that. Like when you look at $2, look at that market cap.
Yeah.
It's going to be bigger than the United States government. And then this is part of doing your research. You got to ask yourself, can that market cap be bigger than the whole United States government? And if
that's a real question.
And if you believe that it can, you hold the $2. I'm not going to tell you.
I'm gonna say this. Right, but I'm gonna say this as far as $1, because Vitoshi said it's going to $1. I'm gonna take his word for it. Now it might be 5-10 years from now, just because of the way of the market, the way it's set up. It might be some years from now because obviously mass adoption has to come into play. That's where I see. That's the only way I see it going there, and staying. Let me say it like that, and staying.
Well, and you got to burn a lot of tokens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in order for you to get to $1, you got to burn a lot of tokens.
Yeah.
I believe you will burn a lot of tokens through Voltichange. I believe that you will burn a ton of Volt through Voltichange. You got to remember, every time you're burning tokens, you're not seeing that immediate impact. You're just seeing the floor raise itself. So when your floor was at, let's say 8.7, and you burnt, so many tokens, and maybe your floor may be at 9.7 now, and maybe so you keep raising the floor with burns. You know, that's what burns do, is they raise the floor. They raise, what the bottom is, and you got to have a lot of burns to continue to raise that floor that high. Will it happen? It very well could. Voltichange could sit here and burn so many Volt tokens that we don't even realize how many that is burning, and burning them at a rapid rate. It could happen, but man, just to even start talking about something like that, I can't even. Like you know what I mean? Like maybe I always tell myself, like, I'm a visionary thinker. Like, I'm a forward looking thinker. I don't ever look behind me. I always look forward, right? And I can't even see that far. I can't even see that far. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. I can't see that far.
Right. Yeah, my vision for that is down. I mean, but I can say this, I guess, because I am in the chat. I can see it happening. I would see it as, personally, to 2 to 5 years. I say I still stick with the 5 years. I'm still on the 5 year thing. I don't know. But if it was something where it happened where, like, the bull run just went freaking crazy, ridiculous, like stupid, like the 6 trillion, I don't know where that would lead us. Like, when I say that type of, that's where my mindset's at.
Yeah,
Then I could possibly, you know, that's where I'm at with that. That's where I'm at.
I can see $1 over 5 year period. But man, when you start talking about two of them bad boys,
But you got fractionalization of what? Bitcoin's been around for, hold on now. Let's hold on now. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the basics. Bitcoin been around for 14 years. 14-year anniversary just passed. And look where they're at. In 14 years, they're at 20 with no utilities or anything. And they went up to 69K, 66, whatever the high was.
so Volt right now, we are sitting at what? I haven't looked at.
I think I don't know. We should be
What's the
about
price
50 or 60 somewhere right now. I can't remember right now.
What,
I know it's about 60, I think.
what's our price right now?
Hold
How,
on.
how many zeros? I
Let me
can pull it up.
verify. Hold on just a second.
Let me see. Now you got me pulling out my phone.
All right, because you got to put them numbers up.
Come on. I have to look this up because
Let's do the math. Do the math. That's all I've been hearing today. Do the math. Let's do the math.
yeah, let's do the math.
So we got 6 zeros, 8 1.
All right. So in order, let me see this. I gotta pull this up on mine too. I gotta look at it.
Matter of fact, let me do this.
You guys got me doing math on a Saturday.
You said on a Saturday. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me try to pull up this chart.
All right. So right now, Coin Market Cap's got us at 6074. Right?
Is that the Binance or the ETH?
Did I pull the right one? Hold on, am I right?
I think it's Binance.
1, 2. It's Coin Market Cap.
Oh, Coin Market Cap. Oh Lord Jesus, take the wheel now. Just like
6074. And the only reason I'm doing it on Coin Market Cap for a reason. So you got 6074, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about this for a minute. Let's do the math, right? Market cap sitting at 40.84 million, right? So let's call it 40 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you, in order to get to a penny, that's a what? That's a 10, 20, 10,
10,000. Is that 10,000?
It's a 10,000 X. Let's see. 1 0 would be 10X. 2 zeros would be 100X.
Mm-hmm.
3 zeros would be 1,000X. 4 zeros would be a 10,000X. 5 zeros would be 100,000X. 6 zeros would be a million. You would have to do a million X, right? Off of your current market cap, right? So take $40 million and times that by 100,000. So that would have to be the market cap of Volt to get to that price.
So like I pulled up the chart. I'm looking at it's got a lot of action. Or it seems like a lot of action to me.
Well, let's go back to this price here. Hold on.
No, I'm with you. I'm following you. No, I'm sorry I pulled it up. I got sidetracked.
So
when
we
you
said
a million though, what if SHIB did a million?
A million X.
SHIB did a million X.
So okay, so you got a million X off of a 40 million market cap, right?
Yeah.
That's just to get to a penny.
Okay.
So to get to $1, you need a 10 million X, right?
So no, we actually need more than that.
Is it more than that?
Yeah, just because you got to do the 10 and then the $1.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it's 100 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Let's call it that. So you would need the market cap would be it's 40 now, and then you would times that by. Damn, I don't even know my calculator.
Yes, you can. Hey, with vote, you can. You got to turn your phone to the side. Let me help you out. With vote, we had all them zeros. You should have seen me over here trying to figure it out.
I need to go by calculator. Go to. Let me see. So you got 40 times. What do we say?
40 times 100 million.
40.
We're gonna do 100 million.
100.
Hold on. What's that? Okay. Well, that's 4 billion.
So.
Right.
So that's a 4. I think it's 40 billion.
Is it 40?
No, it's 4 billion. So then let's come back in the coin market cap and see what is Bitcoin's market cap. I haven't looked at Bitcoin's market cap. Bitcoin has a $442 billion market cap. And Ethereum has a 400. Well, I'm wrong. A $191 billion market cap, and BNB has a market cap of 52 billion. What did we say? It was 4 billion.
4 billion is what it looks like on my end.
So I'm trying to get down to where that would put us. What SHIB got? SHIB has a market cap of 6 billion. So we're getting down there.
Oh, I got you. Let's see where you're trying to go to. Which word would be?
That's million. What's Litecoin's market cap? I'm trying to figure out where that would put you, where that put us right now.
Because even still, if it was 40 billion, even though it says 4 billion, even if it was 40 billion, I believe, that's doable. If this math is right.
Yeah. Well, you got to add a zero for every time you take away a zero is a 10x.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So that means you got to 10x your market cap because that's what you're doing.
Okay.
So that's a $9 billion market cap right there. So Solana has a $9 billion market cap, right?
Okay.
So you would fall right underneath Solana on the chart for market cap on coin market cap. That's where it would put you at somewhere in that area. So
What are they ranked right now?
it would be top 10, I want to
Okay.
say. Where is Solana? Solana is, and that's a real quick math, so don't hold me to my math.
That's why I added another zero to it.
You don't want
Just in
you don't
case.
want to go start adding zeros.
Just in case. Just in case.
Solana, where are you? That puts us ahead of Litecoin, ahead of SHIB, ahead of AVAX, ahead of DOT, and Solana sitting at 11 right now. So it would put you probably between 11, put us probably between 11 and 13. So that means you're jumping SHIB, you're jumping AVAX, you're jumping DOT, you're jumping Litecoin.
I love Dot, by the way. That's that's my girl right there. I don't even know. Dot, I love Dot.
Yeah. So that's where a dollar would put you. That's where a dollar would put us. Is up
That's
in that
reasonable.
market.
You see how BNB came up. You see how SOL came up like that too. Solana came up like that. I had them at $30. And I don't know, I just threw some. I was like, oh, I got some change left. So I just threw it over in there, and then all of a sudden they just went crazy.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not unreasonable. It's not that's a hell of a run.
That's a team no sleep months no run.
Yeah, I mean that's one of them runs you go on where I ain't sleep because I'm scared the chart's going down. As an investor, I'm not sleeping. I'm staying up for 24 hours a day with my eyes on the chart. Damn a limit trade, damn all that.
I'm gonna focus on this right here. This right here.
On a run like that, everything goes out the window.
Yeah.
Every trading strategy you have goes out the window. We gonna
because nothing else matters.
No, we gonna ride that thing all the way to the tippy top.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You like kids, you know how you see them on the bull. Let's go.
I'm trying to go all the way to the top, man. The last one at the top selling. That's gonna be me. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. To the tippy top. you know the thing. I want to be right here at the tippy top.
Right, right before.
I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if I'm up in here somewhere, but I'm trying to be up here at the tippy top.
Yeah, but I'm like this though. When it gets up like that, we wouldn't have. I feel like we wouldn't even be worrying about it. We have so much money in reflections, it'd be stupid. It's almost like when it gets up there, you first of all, if you've held that long, congratulations. That's first order of business. Congratulations. And the second time is, when you get up like that, unless that's your sale number, I don't think nobody's going to be trying to sell because we say top three, but Toshi said top three. That's where he wants to send the top three. So somebody going to get kicked out. Might be ETH because BNB got to stay.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I am loading up on BNB.
Already.
I'm loading up on BNB because this next bull run, I think BNB is not going to surpass ETH or Bitcoin, but the percent of gains that you're going to get off of BNB are going to be way more than you get off of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because it has more room to run. Bitcoin and Ethereum, they have a cap. They're only going to run so high. It's only made so high. BNB, it has a lot more room to run during that bull market. So
I know it. I'm like, come on.
People forget about the issues that you have with BNB and ETH, right? And how everybody talks about surpassing BNB and ETH. How are you going to surpass ETH if you're attached to ETH? And how are you going to surpass BNB if you're attached to BNB? So them two are always, now ETH might take Bitcoin out. That might, over time, that might happen. And BNB might ride up there to be third or second. But you can't outrun ETH or BNB if you're attached to ETH and BNB. Because you're going to run with them. If they run, you run. If they don't run, you don't run. So you can't outrun them.
Now look, I didn't know this though. I didn't know that.
What?
I didn't know Bitcoin started that low.
Yeah, Bitcoin was low.
They made a killing.
I remember people were trading Bitcoin and through email. That's the only way you could buy it. Was through email before the exchanges came out.
Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know Bitcoin started that low. Get out, man.
And people forget, BNB started at 10 cents.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that.
And it was an ERC20 token.
What?
Yeah, it was an ERC20 token.
Fun fact.
CZ built the exchange and the blockchain before he made BNB a coin. But it was an ERC20 token until then. It was 10 cents.
Fun fact. Didn't know that. Wow. Interesting. And then that's how bullish he was on what he created.
Yeah, CZ knew what he was doing. I listen, there's a couple of people that I don't play around with in this crypto space, and CZ's one of them. I don't play with CZ, man. CZ
$10,000 BNB. That's how bullish I am. I say 5, but I really want to say 10. I ain't gonna front.
I'm telling you straight up, BNB, people think I'm loading up because people think every time that thing drops below 300, I'm buying. And everybody thinks, by the time the bull run happens, I want more BNB in my wallet than I have ETH and Bitcoin.
Oh. Hold on, say that again. You have more BNB
but I hope by the time the bull run officially happens that I'll have more BNB in my wallet than I do Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Well, because first of all, BNB is cheaper. That's the first order of business.
I'm talking about straight dollar amounts, because I think, let's say you get a 40% gain on your Ethereum and a 35% gain on your Bitcoin. You can see a 60% gain on your BNB. And that's what I mean about the percent gains going.
Oh, okay. I just got that.
I think that BNB has more room to
run.
It's got more room to run than both of them. So I think your percent of return on your investment with BNB is going to be larger than it is with Ethereum and Bitcoin. And the things that CZ's doing right now, and he's buying up all these companies and all that, more people are going to be investing in BNB over time, which is going to make it run even harder.
I feel like the plays that he just did, for me, these are plays that he just did. He moved that FTX thing Those were moves. That was the strategic moves to put into position.
Yeah, he's position. See, he's playing chess, and everybody else is playing checkers.
Yeah.
And it's just that he knows what he's doing, and he has the capital to do it, and he has the financial, he has the capital, he has the name recognition, he has everything that he needs. He's the largest exchange in the business, and his blockchain is just continues to grow and grow and grow. Like he's in prime position for the bull run.
Yeah.
And
if I don't see what's coming, I don't know what to tell. Even on that, if you guys can't see that,
and why wouldn't I want to ride that bull run with him? You know what I mean? Like why wouldn't I want a piece of that? So
it's the same reason you want to get Volt instead of another altcoin that's already had its run, more room to grow. That's right, Savage. That was I don't know. You've been here, but yeah, that was the reason why we made that comment, because I feel like that. And they said each started at 31 cents, which is weird.
About right.
Yeah. So, I mean, comparison wise, it's not unrealistic. It's just a fact of where you're at and what you want to do. Are you there? That's it.
Well, we just told you where you would end up on the chart. And if you believe you'd end up there on the chart, which I don't think that's out of reach, then your market cap's not out of reach. That's not out of reach. When you look at the market caps of the people that are up there, you know, I mean,
it's reasonable.
Look at Shiba Inu's market cap. You know, it's up there. It's way up there. Look at Dogecoin's got a huge market cap.
And they got an endless supply, don't they?
Yeah, and the thing that's what I was about to say. The thing that people don't realize about Dogecoin is Dogecoin can print tokens. Instead of being a deflationary project, they're an inflationary project. They can mint more tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So their supply is not going down.
So help me. Okay, so this is whatever. Just why do they have endless tokens?
It's just the way the contract was written. It was something that was popular at that time. The same way, renounced contracts versus unrenounced contracts were popular at one time. It just happened to be the wave of the wave of the cryptocurrency market at that time. The same way Shiba Inu has a renounced contract, because that's what everybody felt secure with at that time in which they came out. And that's why you end up needing to create 1 million freaking tokens to get you to what you need to do at the end, because you can't go back and change your contract. So you can't go back and make adjustments and change your contract. It's locked in. You can't make any changes. So that's why you end up with all these other different Shiba Inu tokens.
So here's the question. Like, we were on Everrise, right? And quote, our contract is renounced or whatever, or what not. I guess it's not renounced then. Right. No. So they couldn't. So SHIB couldn't have just went to Everrise and just did something like that.
No, once your contract is renounced, it's renounced.
Okay.
The only way to unrenounce it is to basically launch a new
contract.
Okay. when you launch a new
contract. I mean, it was a silly question, but I wanted to, because I'm like, sometimes there's ways to.
Shiba Inu cannot unrenounce its contract without launching a new token, a V2 or something like that.
But see, I think they would have went higher if they wouldn't have launched the leash and the bone, and they had all kind of stuff that popped off.
They had to. You can't create the things that they wanted to create with the renounced contract that they had. It didn't allow for them guys to have that flexibility to do that. That's why you don't renounce your contract. Because it doesn't give you the ability to grow. Like if they had taxes, they could never change their taxes because of their
giving the people what they want initially is just bad.
When you're a community, here's what I think, and then I'll let you go in a minute. But here's what I think: Shiba Inu never was designed to be as big as it is right now. Nobody ever thought that developers of Shiba Inu never thought that it would be as big as it is right now, or else they would have never renounced their contract.
That's a thought, isn't it?
Because yeah, so it was always meant to be a low market cap token that turned into a massive token. I can take you to present day and tell you. I don't want to do this on your channel, but I'll do it anyway. Say Tama. Right?
It's okay.
Now,
I had to say Tama.
now that project wrecked a lot of people, but that project was never designed to be as big as it was, which is why you didn't have a marketing wallet built into your contract, which is why you didn't have a lot of these things that would have pushed that project forward built into your contract, because it was never designed to be that big. It was never designed to stay around as long as it stayed around. And that's why you had to go to a V2. That's why your devs were selling on you, to market, because there was no marketing money. So, there sometimes people create pump and dumps that blow up.
You know, that's what I'm waiting on for Voltichange, right? Burn this stuff down.
Burn it up.
Burn it down.
But Volt's doing everything that it should be doing. Volt is absolutely listen. And people talk about like this pump that we're in and where Volt's at. Volt's already pumped. Volt pumped long before the market pumped. And you can't forget that. But you got Voltichange. I can't wait for Voltisoft. I'm pumped about Voltisoft when it comes out. I know everybody waiting for Flex, and I want to flex with everybody else, and I want to get pumped up about Flex, and I'm gonna flex with everybody else. But when Voltisoft in its entirety comes out, I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but something in my gut just tells me it's gonna be something special. It's going to be something different. It's going to be something special. And that's what's going to just send Volt into a whole nother atmosphere. So I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, when Voltisoft comes out, don't be surprised if you just see that thing just flying.
Quit playing all the time. Quit playing.
I don't know. There's no technical analysis on that. There's no. I believe you me. I can't even get the limit orders to go through. So I got zero say. I got zero say. I got zero pull. I got none of that. I'm just telling you, something in my gut tells me that everything that we're going through right now is a lead up to Voltisoft. Something tells me, and when it comes, it's just going. It's going to be a rocket ship.
Man, we ready for the ride? Are you ready for the ride?
Oh, I'm ready for the ride. Let's ride. Let's ride out.
Let's go, baby.
Let's ride out. Let's ride out.
You have been on here with me for 2 hours. Bless you, sir. You done roll with me for 2 hours. I haven't even had a live this long. I think I had one other one, but I appreciate you. I
told you we were gonna make you laugh. That we're gonna make you laugh. We're gonna hang out, make you laugh. Just chill.
I enjoy. We gotta do it again. Obviously, we gotta do it again. But thank you for coming to the channel. You have shared so much. It's just been a real blessing. And do you want to share anything that you got going on?
Just building channel up, hanging out with good people like Ladybug, hanging out, talking about good projects, good solid projects, like Volt, and just I'm just in the space. I'm in the space to have fun. I'm in the space to make money. I'm in the space to have fun, kind of, like, look, we're all gonna make money. We're all gonna make money in Volt. We're all gonna make money, in different investments, and Volt being one of them. But then let's have fun doing it too, man. Not everything has to be so crazy. Not everything has to be a stress ball all the time, man. We can have fun and make money at the same time. That's one of the things that I try to bring to the space is not everything's all doom and gloom, man. Let's have fun. Let's laugh. Let's have a good time. Let's make some money, and let's just keep moving the crypto space forward, man. At the end of the day, it's all about moving forward in this crypto space, and that's what it is.
That's it. That's it, and that's all. And I want to add this to the end. I mean, I love how you do that. If you come in the voice chat, they know me. They know I love to have fun. I'm a jokester, and I go in on there. I try I try to be a little bit more professional on YouTube. Doesn't always work, but I do try. But I am one for fun. I'm like, if we're here to make money, let's make money. Because y'all know, anybody that knows me in the VC, they know I can get real serious. I can get serious, but I'm like this. I'll save the seriousness for the serious people. You feel me? If I have to, I will. But let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy. I like how you said that. Let's enjoy the ride, guys. Let's educate ourselves on the way up with everything that we can educate ourselves in, because for really speaking, this is not going to be my last project. And that's my main project, period, point blank. But making billions here, I'm not going to not want to go out here in the streets and day trade. You know what I'm saying? That's just in you. If you day trade, it's in you. Once you get started, it's like, okay, I got to find, So it's like an itch.
Like I said, you better be making money every day.
It's an itch. But
be making money every day.
It's definitely so. When I got that itch a few months ago, at one coin kind of, said, hey, it put me back in check and made me sit my butt on back down.
Scared money don't make money.
Yeah, but when they ain't lasting but a few hours, I'm gonna wait for a second. That's all I'm gonna say.
Try to go back to the bank. Go back to the bank.
So, I ain't fooling with you right now. I tell everybody in the VC, you go out in these streets if you want to. Understand that you are taking your own risk. If you listen to somebody, that is on you. It is not their fault that you lose your money in these streets. I don't care how confident they speak, how blah, 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 blah. You don't know how long that person's been in. You don't know what their motives is. And it might not even be bad motives. But understand, when you go out here and you get in these plays, it's on you. Don't take your Volt money and go jump into a play thinking you ready to get a play and then come back. Because I've already seen from my own personal experience here in the chat how it don't work. Don't work. So
now you better take some of that extra money that you play with that and leave your Volt money alone, because 9 times out of 10 the money that you won't put into that project, you won't lose that money. You gotta be willing to lose that money.
Okay. One more for Fire, just for you, Fire. One more. I don't know if you can answer that or not, but
what's it say?
He says, one more question. What are your thoughts on Voltisoft? On what Voltisoft will be, meaning the utilities?
I think that Voltisoft is going to encompass everything that you see now. It's going to encompass a launch pad. It's going to be even more. You're going to see a lot of interoperability between blockchains. I think it's going to be an all-in-one package. I think wherever you go to get buy, sell, trade, and people launch tokens at now, I think Voltisoft is going to be that one-stop shop for all of that. It's going to be it's going to encompass the staking platform. It's going to encompass the launch pad. It's going to encompass cross chain, all these inner blockchain interoperabilities. So it's going to be able to take somebody all the way. This is just my interpretation, guys. I don't know nothing, but I think it's going to be able to take somebody from actually launching a token all the way up to people actually buying, selling, and trading a token on Voltichange. And I think that software package in itself is going to be a one-stop shop, everything you need, no matter what it is. And I think they're going to help with contracts. I think they're going to help with all that stuff. And I think that's what you're going to see Voltisoft be, is that everything, anything and everything that you do now will be in Voltisoft.
See, yep. And that's the ecosystem is all of that together.
Yep. All in one neat package with a bow on it.
With a bow on it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we're going to take no more of your time. Bless you, sir. Until the next time.
Bless you. And I appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate Ladybug. Appreciate you for having me. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Ladybug. Appreciate it.
Come on now. We in this thing together, baby. Sugar. We're going to make it do what it do. You feel me?
We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to ride this thing.
Hold on. All right. Let me go because I'll keep talking. See y'all later.